In a world of constant change, where technology seems to advance faster than our ability to keep up, there's something almost magical about the way we connect with the unknown. It's as though we are drawn to mystery, to the idea that there is more to life than what meets the eye. And yet, for all the wonders we've discovered, some of the greatest secrets still lie hidden, waiting to be uncovered. Today, we're diving deep into one such mystery, the untold story behind an object that has fascinated humanity for centuries, the lost city of Atlantis. Picture this, an ancient civilization, lost beneath the waves, its secrets buried in the deep blue, waiting for someone to stumble upon its ruins. But what if I told you that Atlantis isn't just a myth? What if the story of Atlantis holds more truth than we realize, hidden within layers of folklore, historical records, and even modern science? The concept of Atlantis dates back to the ancient Greek philosopher Plato, who described a powerful and advanced civilization that existed more than 9,000 years before his time. According to his writings, Atlantis was a utopian society, far ahead of its time, with technology, culture, and wealth beyond anything the world had ever seen. However, in a single cataclysmic event, Atlantis vanished, swallowed by the ocean, leaving behind only fragmented memories and clues for future generations to piece together. Over the centuries, explorers, archaeologists, and even conspiracy theorists have set out to find the fabled city, but despite countless attempts, Atlantis remains elusive. So what happened? Is it possible that Atlantis was real? Or has it simply become the stuff of legend, a tale passed down through generations, evolving with each telling? Let's start with what we know. Plato's story was clear. Atlantis was a mighty island home to a great and powerful civilization. It was said to be located beyond the Pillars of Hercules, or what we now know as the Strait of Gibraltar, somewhere in the Atlantic Ocean. According to Plato, the Atlanteans were once benevolent rulers, but over time, their power and wealth corrupted them. As a result, their once thriving civilization became decadent, leading to their downfall. But here's where things get interesting. Many scholars believe that Plato's account of Atlantis was based on real historical events, but over time, it became exaggerated. The idea that an entire civilization could disappear in the blink of an eye seemed implausible to some, leading to the belief that Atlantis was purely allegorical, a moral lesson about the dangers of hubris and greed. However, others argue that Plato's story could be based on actual events, particularly a massive natural disaster that wiped out an advanced society. One of the most popular theories is that the story of Atlantis could be tied to the eruption of the Thera volcano around 1600 BCE, which devastated the island of Santorini in the Aegean Sea. The eruption, one of the largest in recorded history, caused widespread destruction and may have led to the collapse of the Minoan civilization, an advanced society that flourished in the Mediterranean long before Plato's time. Could it be that the Minoans were the real-life inspiration for Atlantis? By the way, if you're as deep into this mystery as we are, there are some fascinating links waiting in the description. Ancient maps, wild theories, and a few rabbit holes you might not come back from. Click wisely, as Atlantis might not be the only thing you lose track of today. If we fast forward to modern times, the search for Atlantis continues, driven by a mix of curiosity, skepticism, and hope. In the 20th century, a number of explorers and researchers have proposed various locations for the lost city. These locations range from the Caribbean to Antarctica, and even as far as the Arctic Circle. Each theory has its own set of evidence and reasons for believing that Atlantis might be buried in these far-flung places, but none have led to conclusive proof. Take, for example, the theory that places Atlantis in the Azores, a group of islands off the coast of Portugal. Some researchers point to the island's unique geological features and ancient megalithic structures as evidence that an advanced civilization once thrived there. Others argue that the submerged ruins of a city discovered near the island of Bimini in the Bahamas could be the remnants of Atlantis itself. These so-called Bimini Road structures appear to be man-made, but whether they're the work of an ancient civilization or a natural geological formation remains a mystery. But Atlantis isn't just a question of geography, it's also a question of time. Could an advanced civilization, like the one described by Plato, have truly existed thousands of years ago? Some believe that humanity's history stretches back much further than we realize, with evidence of sophisticated societies existing long before the rise of ancient Egypt and Mesopotamia. From the enigmatic stone structures at Göbekli Tepe in Turkey to the unexplained pyramids of Mesoamerica. There are plenty of examples that suggest early civilizations may have had knowledge and skills far beyond what we've been taught in history books. In recent years, scientific advancements have brought new perspectives to the search for Atlantis. Underwater archaeology, for example, has allowed researchers to explore submerged ruins and shipwrecks, uncovering evidence of ancient maritime trade routes and the possibility of lost cities beneath the ocean's depths. Some have even proposed that Atlantis was a metaphor for an ancient sea-based empire, one that was destroyed by rising sea levels and catastrophic flooding during a period of global climate change. But despite all these theories, Atlantis remains elusive. The truth is, we may never know if the lost city ever existed, or if it was simply a story born from the imagination of an ancient philosopher. Perhaps the allure of Atlantis lies not in its factual existence, but in the idea that it represents a lost golden age, a time when humanity was at its peak, living in harmony with the earth, the sea, and the stars. There's something captivating about the idea of a lost civilization, a place where knowledge, wisdom, and beauty once flourished before being swallowed by time. It's a reminder that no matter how advanced we become, there are always mysteries that lie beyond our reach, waiting to be discovered. And maybe, just maybe, Atlantis is one of those mysteries forever out of reach, but always lingering in the back of our minds, a tantalizing dream that keeps us searching for answers. So, what do you think? Is Atlantis a real place, hidden somewhere beneath the waves? Or is it simply a myth, a story woven into the fabric of our collective imagination? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, and if you enjoyed this dive into one of history's greatest mysteries, be sure to like and subscribe for more. Until next time, Keep questioning the world around you, because the answers are often more elusive than we think.